guys, and welcome back to another video. These two have literally already started munching on their food.
So hungry. I'm
literally still here yet to open my food. But yeah, we're going to do a little camp mukbang because I actually love the one that me and Summer did when we filmed that. I'll link it down below in case you want to watch it. But we've just ordered, what is in this sofa actually? We've just ordered Mexican food. So good. You guys are going to have nothing left by the time I've started. And this is going to be a story time video. So we've got a few topics. I'm going to talk through some of our stories from camp. And this is just going to be really funny, and I'm excited to film this together.
I've got a string cheese.
I'm
excited to film this too.
We're just going to get straight into it.
Just got to get a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't we just?
Funny stories. So yeah, like I say, yeah, we've just got some topics and we'll just go through a few. It might take us a while actually to come up with them because I find it hard to like think about stories and think back to them. Actually, tell everyone what food you got while we're here. What did you get?
Finish eating.
Was it pulled pork or pulled chicken?
Pulled pork burrito bowl.
Yum.
Guzman.
Guzman is 10.
Guzman is really good.
Did we get the same?
Yeah.
Chicken burrito.
Chicken burrito.
We love it.
Oh my god, you had them burritos from LA?
Oh, the ones on that night out, they were the best burritos I've ever
They've been like dipped in like,
birria tacos. Did they do it over here?
They're so good. I've never tasted anything like that in my life.
It was unreal. It was unbelievable.
I was in a...
Okay. Right, let's get straight into it and hope you enjoy. Okay, first thing. This isn't much of a story time, but like your 3 favourite things about camp. Or just do one favourite thing because we might be here
one
for a
each.
Yeah.
The people. Not to be cheesy.
Yeah.
I might sound like a hater, but I actually do like them.
What are you on about?
I'm a hater at heart. I don't want to say the same thing, but literally the people make it. Have you ever had an original thought? None of us have. No one has ever had an original thought. Shut your mouth.
I think I had someone ask me actually when I did an interview the other day. They were like, "What's your favourite thing about Tyler Hill?" I was like, "It's such a hard thing to be put on the spot when I have so many favourite things about it." And I think I just said, I was like, I think the community and how welcome you feel straight away. Like, you could step off the bus and have like 10 strangers hug you and you feel like you're at home. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think just the welcoming feeling and how.
And do you know what as well? The fact that like Andy and Wendy like know everyone's name straight away.
I love how hard they try with that actually.
Like,
it's really sweet.
I found that like in my first summer being like.
That's our camp
like, as soon as you step off the bus, like, oh hi.
Like, oh,
I know you by name. Yeah. It's
I think
amazing.
for me, being able to be like 1000% yourself, like even yesterday, like around Sydney, like me and Sally were just like dancing, and I was saying, she was sort of looking at me like, I mean she does it too, but she was looking at me like, Meg, and I was like, see, if we were at camp, no one would bat an eyelid or look at me. Like, you can just walk around dancing, jumping, skipping in face paint completely on your own, and no one will look at you. No one will think you're weird, and that's my favourite part because you're just like completely. It allows you to be the best version of yourself. Yeah. You've just got no fears or no worries of looking silly or stupid when you're there because you just quite frankly don't care.
And you look stupid if you're not getting involved.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, you're actually the odd one out if you're not dancing around and dressing up and
like learn dances.
Yeah.
Get to the front.
It's so
much
fun.
Try hard. Make up some extra moves like me and Sally do.
I'm still in some dip.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. An embarrassing story from camp. I feel like I'm actually going to have to think about this. I don't. I feel like you've got one.
An embarrassing story. I don't really feel like I really got embarrassed at camp very much.
No.
Like, it was
hard to.
Probably the place I got least embarrassed in my whole life.
I think when the girls did the chant about me.
Oh no, yeah, I was going to say.
You ran off.
I literally ran off. No. The girls found out some information about me that not necessarily was I trying to hide it from them. I just wasn't trying to like be open about it. And they have this chant where if they think 2 people are getting together, they stand on the chairs during dinner.
Quiet, please.
And they literally scream it. And they like say your names. They didn't know my last name at all, so they called me Sally Photos or whatever.
Sally Photos.
And they find out this information. It literally happens in slow motion. And I'm like, one of my co-counselors tells them about it. And then they like shout over to the boys, because I was their counsellor as well, I was their photographer. They shout over to the boys and they all start to get up on the tables, and I'm like, you know what, no, I've got a job to do.
And I was outside and she ran out to me, she was like, you'll never guess what just happened.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably for all of us because
they never said to me, not once.
I
was way too open about it. They just didn't care. I've
spoken about this before though, like, you can't go to camp expecting to have a secret relationship.
Like, you are delusional.
Have your eyes on anyone, even if you remotely have just said hello to someone,
they're gonna figure it out.
Your kids and everyone will just be like, yep.
They thought I was seeing someone from a different department because I had one conversation with him. They were convinced, and I was like,
who?
They were
Did
like,
you like him at the start? Or you fancied it? Or was he...
That was me.
Was it you?
yeah, no, it wasn't me.
Like a hot second.
Yeah, I think just like the Quiet Please chant is funny. And it's one that is just one way to embarrass. Like they do it to the kids as well. Like it's not just us. Like
They do it to each other.
if the kids have got like a little crush or something, like it's just all you hear in the dining room all the time.
It was so funny.
I love it.
I don't think I'll actually have one.
Go on.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it could have been embarrassing, but it turned out not to be. Is that I did like headed like a cheerleading routine at the Las Bowl half-time show,
Oh, yeah.
and the music went off
Oh, yeah.
halfway through, and I just
That
stood there
was
for a
both of us.
second. It was both of us, yeah, and I was like, and I just carried on counting.
Meg
and
was
then
like,
we
let's go, keep
I was like,
going.
1, 3, 5. Like we just
It
carried
was
on.
actually so much
Yeah,
like,
because everyone was
hyping
going,
us
no
up.
music, no music.
Yeah.
They did this whole clap. So that could have been embarrassing,
Yeah.
but it turned out
It's only embarrassing
To be-
if you let it embarrass you.
Yeah.
a good thing.
And I kind of did, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, and that shit.
I feel that's with embarrassing things in general. At camp, you just have to put your blinkers on and not let anything phase you. Because
Nothing's personal.
no. Favourite orientation story?
But
What
anyway.
were you gonna say? I was gonna say I was kissing the same boy.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say Vic kissing a boy, and then approximately 48 hours later, me kissing with him. Kissing with him?
It was just then. It was so cute. She came up to me and she was like, "Vic, I'm so
I've been
sorry."
worried about it all day. As
Yeah.
well. I was like,
And I knew in the morning, and it just didn't bother me at all. It was just like it wasn't anything anyway. And she came up to me at the canteen. She's like, "Vic, I'm so sorry. Like it's been on my mind all day. I just need to talk to you." I was like, "Meg," I was like, "It's literally fine. Don't worry." But in terms
I'm
of
so funny.
Favourite orientation story?
It feels like a lifetime ago. You sort of blank it out when the kids come because it feels like a different world. Okay.
okay, go.
Story time. So we were playing dodgeball. They split everyone. This was on one of the last days of orientation. They split everyone into like 4 big groups. I suck at dodgeball. Like I've never been worse at a sport in my life. My arm strength, nil. When it comes to dodgeball, throwing a ball, I'm like, like I'm so strong. And like I will play basketball. I will get it in the hoop. Like I'm good. But dodgeball, I just can't. I'm just
Yeah.
pathetic. So anyway, I'm on this team. I'm with my friend Nicole. That's when we first got to know each other. Having so much fun. We were just dancing there, musical the whole time. And somehow, my team makes it through to like the semi-final, then the final. And I'm thinking, how'd we get
I remember
here?
this.
And so we're in the final, and I'm just dancing, literally not even touching the balls, letting all the boys do the work. I'm sorry, but I'm just letting everyone else do the work.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna chill here, have a good time. Nicole gets out, the other people get out. Starts to
yeah.
whittle down to a few people, and I'm thinking,
I'm the only one.
how am I still here? And then me and 2 boys there, 1 girl on their team. Both these boys, one of them goes, so it's a boy and a girl and a boy and a girl. These boys get each other out at the same time because they both throw their balls and they both touch it on
I
their
remember.
feet. So it's just me and this other girl left. She's thinking, how
Who
did I
was
get
it?
here? I have no memory. I cannot remember. I don't think I knew her very well. It was this other girl, and we're both thinking, how did we get here? And everyone's cheering us on. Like
Crazy, like
everyone is just watching. Like 300 people are watching. And I was just there like, if I throw this ball, like it's gonna be so embarrassing. Like, I don't know what to do. So we were just kind of like rolling it,
Yeah.
hoping that the other person would like trip over it. And then in the end, I'm like, do you know what? I'm gonna do it. I
for
can
it.
feel it. So I pick it up. I literally lob it. It was the most pathetic lob of my life. She catches it, which would mean that I lost, and then she dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that I won. But I didn't really understand that. And then all of a sudden, everyone just goes, "Ah!" and they come in and pick me up, and they're
Oh,
like
it was
throwing me
amazing.
around. And I'm like, I didn't even know that I'd won. I
remember
was
that,
like,
actually.
what's happening? But they were so happy. It was such
Oh.
a good. That was actually one of my favourite moments in the
Yeah.
whole of orientation. Like I forget that it happened,
Yeah.
but it was so much fun. Like everyone was just in such a good mood, and like it was
Oh,
just.
no, I love that.
Oh, so fun.
I don't know why this one thing sticks in my mind actually. We were playing a game when Project Game Time came, and we were on the football fields. And this game, I've never played it before, and it was so much fun. And I'm the
Is it the
most
one where you run around and you go
Yeah.
to your legs, yeah.
I'm the most competitive person, and this game was so much fun. So you're in like 4 teams,
Yeah.
and there's probably only maybe like 8 of us in a team. I think we were split
Not
into
many.
quite a small group. The person at the end, how did it work? Had to run round twice and then crawl through everyone's legs and try and like smack the dodgeball in the middle. And whoever was the first one, I remember I went at the same time as Nicole, and
Yeah,
I knew Nicole at the time, but we'd spoke quite a lot, and then we were like running through the middle, and it was like me and Nicole, like we looked each other dead in the eyes, like you're going down.
Yeah,
like, there's no.
I remember
doing
looking at you
this.
both thinking,
And we launched, like when I say you have to crawl through 8 people's legs, I was probably at person number 5, and I dove like head first to get this dodgeball, and the 2 of us just like smack it at the same time. And then we just looked like we were opposite each other, just looking each other dead in the eyes, and just started laughing. It was like a draw. We both literally hit at the exact same time. I don't know why I always remember that though.
that's so funny. I feel like I was
so
definitely
funny.
there on your team that day.
Orientation's hard though, because I was working for a lot of it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm really excited that I get to actually experience.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Orientation.
Okay, favourite memories from your first year at camp?
Oh, this is so
First
broad.
summer.
First summer.
Oh.
Going back in the archives.
So we've got completely different first summers. Like Meg's was this year, Sally's was 2019, and mine was 2018.
I've gone way back.
Way back.
I think mine was doing the cheerleading at last fall.
Yeah,
I think that was my
amazing.
favourite moment of the whole summer. Because I was not feeling my best that day either.
Yeah.
And we just got up and I was like, right, let's do this, like let's do it. We went and got all these girls, we were so hyped and they were so nervous. And then I was having to pretend not to be nervous because everyone else was so nervous. And I was like, guys, it's fine, like, we're gonna be fine, like we've got this down, like we know it.
Yeah.
And we went out and we did it. And everyone was just so like supportive and so
it was
cheering.
incredible.
Like, got a video of us doing it and you can hear Mikey D going, did you see that? Did you see
Oh, it
that?
was
And he's like
amazing.
going mental. Like everyone just loved it. Like it was just so good, so much fun.
I'm trying to look back through my photos of my first summer.
Yeah,
to...
no, I'm looking. I need to look for mine.
Yeah, one of my favourite from my first summer, we did this mud run. You know how we do the colour run? We had the mud run. And bear in mind, my girls were freshmen. They were like tiny 7-year-olds. They did not want to get dirty. They did not want to get in the mud. And I remember literally they set it up all through the golf course. And you thought it was going to be like way muddier than it was. It was like a few puddles and stuff.
Right.
And there was this one bit that was like a giant muddy like swamp, and then all the kids, like my kids, were like tiptoeing around not wanting to go in, and this one girl just ran. She literally just launched herself into this mud puddle, and then everyone was just like, oh, like let's just get dirty, let's have fun, like let's get muddy. It was fun. That was cute. I have loads of favourite memories from my first year, but yeah, how cute.
Stop it.
I know. But like freshman fight club as well, like we have, I don't think I've ever really spoke about sing on
Fight Club.
that was our sing theme.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't one that my first summer. Oh no,
So freshman football league was the second year. So girls sing is like a huge event on camp. It's probably the biggest thing for the girls.
Yeah.
And it's this big competition where they have to come up with
The
like,
boys one is nothing. In
oh, the boys one is
comparison,
just kind of like
A joke.
yeah, in comparison to the girls
they
one. they're
practice like a day.
yeah, and girls sing is like you come up with a theme, like you have to have costumes, like you come up with a dance, then like a march, like an upbeat song, and then like a quite a sad slow song. And yeah, freshman fight club was so cute, and we all dressed up in all black, and some of the kids had like boxing outfits on, like oh, it was so fun.
I think my favourite memory was like the first night off.
This year, your first year.
Yeah, coming back on the bus, and like one of the head staffers on our bus, Mike, was on the bus with us, and it was the first time that we were coming back on the bus, so like I didn't really know what was going on, and everyone was just singing and chanting.
That's what I love though as well about like head staff get so involved in it though, and you feel like that's what makes you feel like you can just go and like talk to them about anything. You feel like they're so approachable because they'll come and just get on the bus and like have a laugh with you. And
it's so nice. I think also like from my first summer, so I know I already gave a point, but I'm gonna give another one. When you have time off with people, you don't realise how like necessary it is. Like I remember feeling so tired, but just being like, I'm gonna have to get used to it, like this is normal. And you do to a certain extent, but like we had our first night and then day off, and we all just went to Rockland. Oh my gosh, we just went out and had so much fun, and just like stayed out, shared a room with like 10 other people, got up the next day, went for diner breakfast, and then went to White Lake. All three of us were there as well. Went to White Lake.
It's the only day off we all had, was it? Only day off we all had together.
And we just
the first one.
rented boats on this lake and just drifted around all day. Went in the water, like listened to music, all got to know each other better. And I did not know how much like that reset time would help me be a better counsellor then as well. Like I just needed it and I didn't even know it, and it was just one of the happiest days like of my whole life. Like I was just so happy.
It was so good.
I'm so glad that was all three of us together.
Yeah,
as well.
the first one. Okay, what's a camp tradition you enjoy the most? I think mine's starfish.
Yeah.
I love starfish because we all gather at the amphitheatre, watch the sunset, and you just talk about the things you're grateful for.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important with the kids as well, because like obviously you really like stripping everything back.
Yeah.
You're literally just taking in everything that's there, face value.
Yeah.
Like it's just so nice.
And everyone's just so grateful to be there. Like you're very aware that the kids are like they know how lucky they are to be there.
Then everyone gets up on the benches and we sing like the Tyler Hill songs.
Yeah.
And especially with our girls as well, like the oldest ones, they all get up on the front of the stage at the end, and it's like, oh, it's just so cute.
It's like full circle. It's like they're coming to the end of their campy years.
But yeah, I think starfish for me as well. I think for all of us, starfish is like a big.
Starfish is so nice. Then like traditions, like sporting traditions, like invitation. I'm not even doing a swordfish. You gotta be like this. It's when Tom used to do it and he used to smack me in the face. I used to be like, Tom, one of our friends from camp, literally anytime you had your hand on your hip or anything,
Like this. If I'd just be stood resting.
Swordfish, and then he'd come at you and slap you around the face. It's great.
It's so
Tom,
funny though.
we love you.
I love that everyone gets named what they do.
Yeah,
Like Sally
that's-
Snaps. I mean, Sally Snaps like was more between counsellors.
I've never really had one.
Vic gymnastics.
I was never known as that though.
Vic Gym like just doesn't like flow that well.
Meg Cheer.
Meg Cheer. I'm Meg
That
Cheer,
rolls off
and
the
that rolls
tongue.
off. It does. DL Vic. GC. It's the
GC.
GC.
No, yeah, like sporting traditions like Lars and invitationals, like those are some of my favourite days
I
at
think
camp.
this year as well, like, I know I missed girls' invitationals because it happened to be on my day off.
Yeah.
But I was just so
Same.
proud of my girls because it's like
Yeah.
they were involved in it.
Oh, honestly, I felt like the proudest mom when two of my girls were in invitationals. It was
Oh yeah.
such a nice moment, honestly.
I know because we
It
had the
was
day off
amazing.
Sally, didn't we? And I went and said
That
hi
was so
to them
sad.
before we left.
Okay, let's do one more. Any bad camp experiences?
Bad.
Agency, application, whole process. Like, it doesn't have to be at camp, just like experience in general, shall we say. I know mine.
Go.
I was traumatised with this. My second summer at camp, I was going to the embassy in London to sort my visa, and my DS 2019, that obviously comes from the States and comes,
Oh yeah.
I think I've told you this,
You did.
comes signed, like, obviously an embassy official, like, officer signs this and it gets sent back.
In the
That's
US.
why you have to wait quite a while for your visa papers. And very well, I'm such a stress head, and I normally, but I do check all my papers over and over again. It was the year that my brother came to camp, so we were all going down to London, like me, my brother, my mum and my dad. We were all on the train to London, and my brother's just so chilled, so laid back, couldn't care less about anything really. He hadn't even checked that he got his passport with him. Like, he just expected it was all there. Like, he knew it was, but I'm just the type of person that has to check a million times, even though I know full well it's in my bag. And we get on the train, like, we're maybe like an hour into the trip, and we get on the train and I take out my documents and I'm looking through it, and I've got Jack's documents as well because I was that paranoid. I was like, you know, I'll look after everyone's documents, I'll feel in control and I'll do all this. And I literally look at his DS 2019, I'm like, that looks different to mine. And his was signed and mine hadn't been signed by this officer in the States. And I was like, oh my god.
I'd forgotten to sign it.
I was like, what am I going to do? And bear in mind, this was like, we got on the train at like 6 AM in the morning, because I think our appointments were like,
So
at
early.
like 10.
Yeah.
And so BUNAC, my agency weren't even open, I couldn't even call them yet and be like, look, like, how has this happened, like, what's gone on? And I remember I was sat in a Starbucks in London, and I was just so, actually my appointment wasn't till like the afternoon, and we'd got the morning, we were going to wander around, have a shop and like chill, and I was just so stressed, and I called them as soon as it hit 9 o'clock. And I remember being like, I've just looked at my papers, I'm here in London about to go to my appointment, my DS 2019 is not signed, like, what do I do? They went, that's a slight issue.
Yeah.
And then I just go into panic, and I was like, oh my god. And they were like, oh well, because you've had a visa before, like, it should be fine, like, just go, like, play it off like you don't know anything, like, just go, like, it's fine. And to be fair, I do get it, because you can't get this piece of paper, like, unless it's been requested, like, it's been authorised. So I knew that deep down I'd be fine, and they didn't even bat an eyelid, like, it wasn't even mentioned. But I remember the whole day I felt sick to my stomach, so I was like, if I have to then wait, I think my appointment was quite late as well, it was towards the end of, like, the middle of April.
Yeah.
I was like, if I have to wait for a new one to be signed and then sent to me and then go back to the embassy,
It's
like,
gonna take so long.
I'm pushing it close. And I remember literally getting there and I was like trembling. My brother was like, you've been stupid, like, stop.
Because if it happened to him, he probably would have just been fine and been like...
He'd just be like, yeah, whatever, like, if it happens, it happens, if not, I'll sort it, like.
Living life